Well, Iran's foreign minister has confirmed he'll travel to Oman on Saturday for talks with senior US officials on the future of his country's nuclear program. US President Donald Trump has warned that if the talks are unsuccessful, Iran will be in, quote, great danger. Middle East research professor Shahram Akbarzadeh says the country's engaging in a face-to-face dialogue is a significant development.
The fact that they are now poised to talk to each other is very important because Iran had dismissed the idea of having direct negotiation with the United States because they had blamed the United States for being untrustworthy, unreliable. Let's not forget that it was President Trump who tore up an existing nuclear deal in 2018 and withdrew from the nuclear deal and imposed 4 rounds of sanctions on Iran. So the fact that now they are going back, or they're promising to go back to the negotiation table, is very significant.
What do you think changed to get to this point now, given some of those components of the history that you just mentioned?
I think what has changed is that the Iranian leadership is desperate to have sanctions removed on the Iranian economy. The Iranian economy has been in free fall for more than a decade now. Iran needs to sell its oil to the international community, to the global market. And having a deal would provide Iran with sanctions relief. So that's how the Iranians are looking at it, and that's how they're entering negotiations. But of course, Trump has a different agenda. For Trump, it's not just a matter of Iran's nuclear program and preventing Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. For Trump, there is a concern with Iranian foreign policy making, its support of proxies, its interventionist policy in Lebanon, in Syria. So Trump has a much more expansive agenda.
And given that there's quite an array that you've just touched on of what both sides want, do we have a sense of what will actually be on the table as part of these discussions?
Well, I guess we'll find out, but I'm fairly certain that the Trump administration would put on the table a long list of demands. And in fact, that's not new. In the first Trump administration, they already presented Iran with a long list of demands, which included severing ties between Iran and Hezbollah, Iran stopping its sponsorship of various proxy groups in the region, including the Shia militia in Iraq. So the Trump administration will have a long list of demands, which will, of course, include the nuclear issue and preventing Iran from acquiring nuclear weapon.
And if those demands are the same or similar with these negotiations, how receptive do you think Iran will be right now?
I think, well, that's the key question. I don't think the Iranian leadership is open to negotiate on the broader scope of issues, such as support of proxies, its support for Hamas, for Hezbollah, for various Shia militia groups. Iran would not be open to negotiate on those points. And that could be a major stumbling block, because from the Iranian point of view, they like to isolate the nuclear issue from all the other concerns.
And in terms of the nuclear issue that you mentioned, Professor, what do we know about Iran's nuclear capability or capacity right now?
Well, the level of uranium enrichment in Iran is reported to be near weapons grade. So estimates are that Iran would have only a few months to go to develop a nuclear bomb if they wanted to. So that is why there's the urgency on the part of the United States to really address this problem.
And look, just finally, what do you see as success from these talks, which very well may be just the first round?
Success at this round would be an agreement that they will convene again and talk some more. If we reach something resembling the old JCPOA, which was negotiated in 2015 by the Obama administration, that really only covered the nuclear issue, that would be a significant success.
Middle East research professor at Deakin University, Sharam Akbarzadeh, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.